King Tribhuvan of Nepal is crowned at age 5, 1911. Isabelle Boyer, French, 36. In 1878, she modeled for the Statue of Liberty. Madonna, 1977. Relocation of dangerous polar bear in Canada, September 1970. Southwest corner of 43rd Street and Broadway, New York City during a blizzard, 1937. Andrei Chikatilo was a Soviet serial killer nicknamed the Red Ripper who murdered at least 52 women and children between 1978 and 1990. Young Jay-Z at the start of his career in the early 1990s. Blueberry Queen, 1955. Nina Hartley at Cannes, 96. Bruno Mars yearbook photo. World's highest standard of living, Birmingham, Alabama, 1937. The international crew of the Soyuz 36 spacecraft during landing training in the Taiga, 1979. Brigitte Nielsen, 1907. Penelope Cruz and Salma Hayek, New York, 1999. The submarine HMS Conqueror returns to Britain after sinking an Argentine cruiser. Falklands War, July 4, 1982. A concert broadcast on a portable radio, Leipzig, Germany, 1923. Madonna and Sean marriage, 1985. Actress Sophia Loren at her home in Rome, Italy, 1955. A Polish resistance fighter checks her hair after a German air raid during the Warsaw Uprising, September 1944. A B-24 Liberator crashed on takeoff from San Giovanni Field, Italy, April 12, 1945. Sofia Loren, circa 1954 in Greta Garbo with Leo the Lion at MGM Studios, 1926. Pam Grier, 1974. The explosion of China's first hydrogen bomb on June 17, 1967. Chinese soldiers, holding Mao quotations, welcome China's entry into the club of countries possessing thermonuclear weapons. NASA's massive wind tunnel used to test aircraft. A Langley researcher observes a Sperry M1 Messenger, the first full-scale airplane tested in the Propeller Research Tunnel. 1927. Unemployed workers sleeping in the bandstand at a park. The Great Depression, 1938. Kesha yearbook photo. Bruce Lee in the 70s. Settlers move a house with the help of horses during the late 1800s. President Harding receives veterans of the Confederate Army who have been attending their annual reunion at Richmond, Virginia. 1922. Greek boxer and strongman Just Les is demonstrating his prowess by bending an iron bar around his neck. 1925. A vibrating belt in 1929. Arnold Schwarzenegger shows off his American citizenship. 1983. Nelson Mandela shares a laugh with Evita Bezuidenhout, a drag queen with real name Peter Dirk Uyss in the 1990s. Saint Therese of Lisieux dressed as Joan of Arc, 1890s. French soldier carrying a baby as the French population flees the German advance, Operation Nordwind, Alsace, 1944. Alright, so it looks like we've got a picture of Muhammad Ali and Sammy Davis Jr. from the 1950s. Bruce Lee, behind the scenes of Enter the Dragon, 1973. Michelle Pfeiffer from the early 1980s. German girls dancing the Charleston. More likes. Pig market. Brittany's countryside in the early 1900s. An unidentified arcade in the 1980s. Albert Speer shows Adolf Hitler a model of the German pavilion for the World's Fair in Paris, 1930s Third Reich. President Clinton and House Speaker Gingrich, amidst when the government shut down, December 1995. Pope John Paul II, Brigitte Bardot, 1995. Ralph Madson's wedding at Ramona Village, Los Angeles, California, 1932. Confectionery cart at Lexington and DeKalb, Chicago, Illinois, March 28, 1949. Birdhouse beard, 1940. American soldiers during the Battle of Hue, Republic of Vietnam, January 30 to March 3, 1968. Delivery of the Kolskaya 20 drilling rig to the drilling site, USSR, 1985. Barbra Streisand yearbook photo. Detroit riot 1967. Soul Brother written on the windows of an African-American owned business. The first employees of the Coca-Cola Company in Atlanta, 1892. A well-equipped Volkssturm unit parades in Berlin, 1944-45. Many senior officers considered the gear wasted on largely untrained militia. The Volkssturm was composed mainly of men too young, old, or otherwise ineligible for regular service. Martin Delaney Robison, journalist, physician, and writer, was the first African-American officer. Ice Cube and Eazy-E at Kemper Arena, Kansas City in 1989. Ozzy and Kelly Osbourne in the 90s. Spanish national custom. Spain, Pamplona, 1965. A boy is peeing while his sister keeps watch. A real woman will cover you in any situation. Naples, 1960s. Rita Hayworth from the 1940s. Jennifer Aniston, 1990. Christmas card, Angus McBean. Photographer Angus McBean's Christmas cards frequently feature whimsically photo-manipulated images, like this self-portrait. 1950. Angelina Jolie, 1995. Super Heavy Transport Aircraft XC-99, United States, 1950s. Drew Barrymore back in the 1990s. A construction worker in Chicago takes a coffee break, 1964. Hair removal device from 1948. A blind man stands alone on a street corner offering pencils for sale in New York City, 1890. Farmer looks as dog walks on treadmill for health experiment for Cornell University, November of 1956. Kodachrome shot. Lewis Clark, the strong boy, shows off his back muscles, 1930. Mammy Protter, photographed in 1920, was 115 years old. (1978) VW, Westphalia camper bus. Cardboard German dummy tanks on maneuvers, 1928. Afghan boys carrying a dirt bike and a boombox through the Kandahar Mountains, 1984. Klondike Gold Rush. Klondikers buying miners' licenses at the Custom House in Victoria, BC on February 12, 1898. The man known as the Chinese dwarf was 71 centimeters tall and weighed 18 kilograms. A Peruvian lady is posing for the camera in 1868. The destruction of St. Simonov Monastery, Moscow, 1927. Natalie Wood, 1964. Pamela Anderson, 1981. Ernest Hemingway hanging out with Gary Cooper, 1950s. DeLorean sits in his car at the Earl's Court Motor Fair, London, 1981. The St. Louis, Missouri Gateway Arch at 639 feet was finished in 1965. Ava Gardner, 1945. Dukakis in his tank, 1988. South African Defense Force medics try to revive an enemy SWAPO guerrilla, Southwest Africa, 1980s. A young Afghan rebel working at a gunsmith station inside an underground Mujahideen hideout in Jawar, Coast Province, Afghanistan. Soviet-Afghan War, 1985. Gaming in the 1990s was a different ballgame. Grace Kelly on the set of The Country Girl, 1954. Raquel Welch yearbook photo. Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, and Macaulay Culkin, 1990s. Electric pulse muscle toning machine from 1953 that looks exactly like the lamps they use to keep rotisserie chicken warm. Former United States President Jimmy Carter and his wife Rosalind Carter meeting with North Korean dictator Kim Il-sung in North Korea, 1994. Joe Smith, a blacksmith from Gloucester, picks up and balances a roadworks notice in his teeth, 1936. Destruction of pinball machines, May 1940, Los Angeles, United States. Women of the Future, according to the French artist Albert Bergeret, 1902, a general. Keanu Reeves, 1984. David Bowie and his wife on a walk, 1971. Armed radical members of the Slovak People's Party raided the party headquarters, trying to secure Slovak independence after Germany and Hungary threatened Czechoslovakia again. This happened in March of 1939. Men flat style, 1980s. Daniel Day-Lewis, 1990s. A man sits atop a treehouse-like platform playing the guitar during Woodstock, 1969. Nearly 1,000 uniformed men wearing swastika armbands and carrying Nazi banners parade past a reviewing stand in New Jersey on July 18, 1937. During a pre-war training exercise, this M3 Lee collapsed this bridge. The crew is helping the local kids get across so they can get to school. World War II. South Vietnamese troopers test fire flamethrowers mounted atop APCs prior to moving out on operation west of Krek, Cambodia, on November 28, 1971. First waterworks of Perry, Oklahoma, 1893. Natalie Portman during the filming of her first movie. President Ronald Reagan and members of his senior staff watch a replay of the Challenger disaster, Feb 3, 1986. A man flees for safety with a child while police assault the MOVE headquarters, 1985. Clint Eastwood and the orangutan Manus from the film Every Which Way But Loose, 1978. There's a Bedouin man with braided hair, from 1938. In 1943, the First Lady of China addressed the United States Congress, seeking American aid for China's fight against the Japanese invasion. She addressed the Congress in native-level English, receiving a 4-minute standing ovation. Ivan Sutherland created the first CAD system in early 1963. Here he draws a bridge design on a cathode ray tube, using the interactive controls. The computer was massive and took up an entire building. Pauline Gushman, an American actress and Union Army spy, and Melinda Blaylock, who enlisted in the Army by posing as a man. Her papers are the only surviving documents of a female soldier during the Civil War. French resistance fighters and police officers escort a captured German officer, accompanied by citizens, through the square in front of the Opera Paris French State, August 1944. Christopher Kamen Lee, from Power Rangers in Space, the 90s. If the Crown Fits, Bess Meyerson, Miss America 1945, crowns Marilyn Buford, Miss America 1946. René Angelil first met Celine Dion in 1980, when he was a 38-year-old music manager and she was a 12-year-old aspiring singer. He mortgaged his home to launch her career, and despite their 26-year age gap, they married in members of the Kappa Alpha Theta sorority at the University of Kansas, reading letters in newspapers in 1939. Girls could see if their figures were similar to Marilyn Monroe's 1950s. Audrey Hepburn, 1953.